nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Angelina. Good morning, entire world, and welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory. So, what a morning this has been. So, since I've been having issues with the one camera, I came in here early, make sure everything's running fine. I have a light that I turn on to light things. It's called a key light, and that died. So all of a sudden this morning, I am scrambling again to find another light, at least so that you could see me. So, good morning, Tony. Good morning, Maureen. So this morning, again, it just reminds me with gratitude about having a focus, having a reason to stop and breathe. Because within 2 minutes, I had another light mounted. Of course, it's a little bit dimmer than the other one. But I knew that this is one of those mornings where it was just one thing right after the other. And I knew that if I did not stop, take a breath, because it did cross my mind not to do it this morning. And I know that you guys would have been okay with that. But I know that this is just something that needs to be done so that it doesn't continue on through the rest of the day. And what is that? That's where we stop, take a breath, we get in this habit. Yay! Hello, Jenny. I was just talking about how my morning was really crazy because my equipment's apparently dying. I'm going to have to blow some money. But I'm so close to 1,000 videos, and this really has become important to me. A man of mystery in the lower light. So, but again, it's like, it just is a reminder. There are no omens. There are no coincidences, and everything's an omen. So, welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection. Chance to breathe. The reminder that we can start a day by slowing down. And we do that with, oh my gosh. Where's our feet at? My feet are flat on the floor, and I'm rolling my ankles, and that feels good. And then my butt's doing the kitty dance. Got nice and comfortable. Checking in with the shoulder meter, because we know after running around and all that stress. Oh, man. And then rolling the neck. And then feeling that light switch I talk about. The important thing of just having a habit where each day we do something. If we remind ourselves to breathe, and I do this motion listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, it's a light switch. So all the craziness of what I was doing just before starting, I kind of forgot about it. It's kind of like just not affecting me right now because we develop these positive habits in our lives. So let's see what the universe has for us today. Thank you, Jenny. This is in the camera frame now. So I got that 3D printer, and out of all the things I've 3D printed, Mina and her seamstress friend think this is the greatest thing on earth because it is a tape winder. Okay, so this is where we check in with the universe, see if we have any angers or resentments, see where our blood pressure's at, and taking a breath. And this is where I like to say where the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? And we use our meditation as that mirror so that we can see that reflection. I am going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This stack is a totally different conversation that will lead us down in a different direction from this conversation. And the question is, which thread do I want to pull? And this morning I'm going to pull the top one, which is what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us and we don't even see it. Because that's kind of how the day's been feeling. Take that extra breath, especially since I see Jenny down there said, we're breathing with you. It just reminds me, an extra breath certainly does not hurt. So I'm going to do hour, 3, and 1. And I'll flip each card over one at a time like we're reading the Pages OA book. And this is the exciting point because this is where we see what that first card's going to be. This is the part I really do love doing this. I love seeing what that first card's going to be. Oh, look at this. So, it's the death card, which of course in Hollywood, it's somebody's going to die. It's horrible. That has nothing to do with that. This is just a card of transition. And it shows that it doesn't, whether you're a pauper or a king, transitions happen. Maybe we have all the money in the world and we think we can stop something from happening. We can delay it as much as we want. And then we can not accept it once it happens. Or we can understand that this is just a natural part of life. It's a part of the seasons. We plant our seeds, we watch things grow green, and then we harvest and we cut it down until the field's barren again. But for every barren field, it starts growing again, just like it's starting to become spring outside. And it's just a natural cycle that's sometimes just difficult to accept. But death is looking at, talk about rebirth. So the Magician is number 1 in the majors. So we have our 2 majors here, and as I always say, out of 4 cards, there's 78 cards total, 22 majors. When more than 2 majors pop up, 1 or 2 majors pop up. Majors are the destiny cards. The number ones are the minors. Those are the day-to-day cards. So this is one of those things where we need to pay attention because we have this transition. And by transitioning, the Magician has got everything that they need. The Magician's got a wand. He's got cups. He's got coins. What did I miss? Swords. He's got swords. The Magician is when we have everything that we need. And the Magician has the ability to what? To do magic. To make things happen. A magician can sit there and he'll wave his wand over here. And as you're looking at his wand, poof, something appears in this hand. And it looks magical. It's our ability to take the tools that we have, the skills that we have, and manifest something out of thin air. If I decide I'm going to write a song, that song was never in existence. But I have my 10,000 hours behind a guitar, and poof, it becomes real. So sometimes it takes something happening. We may not like it. We may not, we may not want it to happen. I mean, we can even look at the world in transition. But still, even if the field gets ripped barren, it's like Mount St. Helens. Here in the United States, when I was a kid in the 80s, there was a mountain that blew up. It was a volcano. And, all the scientists were looking at it, and it just devastated a large part of Washington State and this park. But the thing was that all these photographers started going out there and filming these little green shoots that were coming up from all the burnt and decay. And so sometimes we need to renew. We need to start again. It's a natural part of life. But it's having what we have today, that we can build on that. So let's see what the next card is. And we have the Papist. So again, I'm just going to reflect on how my morning was and how I was not going to do the video this morning. I'm going to reflect on how things are in your life, the things that sometimes we don't like, and how you do it anyway. When you do it, it's because you know that you have the skills, even if you doubt yourself or don't want to. We have the ability to make those little green shoots appear. And then we have the Papist. And what is this? She's got this book that's got knowledge. She's got this veil here, right? She's got a veil, and behind that veil is secrets. And so the way I like to describe this to people sometimes, you know that little voice that's in the back of our head that we sometimes ignore? It can say things like, oh, you shouldn't do that. Or, you know what's going on. You know, and then we come back later and say, oh, I knew it. Why'd I do that? You know, I knew that, right? Well, the Papist is that voice in the back of our head. It's a higher knowledge. Whether we recognize that voice or not, the knowledge is there. It's just sometimes we choose to ignore it. Or when we go through enough, we go through a transition, we have to pull out our tools, which may not be easy, but we make the transition happen. But we also see things for the way they are. Adversity can build. You know, it's something we can build on. Something that we can take and we can manifest something new from. And when we do that, we get a realization. Realization that comes through adversity. Realization that comes through change. Something that says, you know what, this time I'm not going to ignore that voice. Maybe here we ignored the voice. And maybe we didn't like what's going on today. But we still have the ability to apply our life lessons. And this time, though, we can listen to that inner voice. So let's take a look at the advice card, which is the Star. And what is the Star? The Star is what we've always used since the beginning of time as what? Guidance. Mariners would follow the stars. We all know about a North Star that's always pointing north. You know, the star is one of those things that will give us direction, give us guidance, will lead us to where we need to go, as long as we are not ignoring that inner voice. So today, this is one of those important things where there are things that we may ignore. There may be things that we don't want to go through. There may be things happening around us that we don't like. But it's something that's important for us to recognize, that it's what we need to go through. It's not, it seems right now like it may be difficult to do. But again, an entire volcano blew up and destroyed an entire forest, national park. And yet there's people that got their start in photography just by going out and filming those little green shoots. And now there's this huge forest there again, and you can't even tell there's a devastation. It's beautiful, it's green, it's started over again. And it was just going to happen. It was nature, nothing we can do about it. So today, it's just that recognition that if we have that negative voice, we need to pull our tools together. We need to recognize our own inner ability to manifest things. And we need to trust that voice inside our head and use that as a guide to whatever positive outlook we can allow ourselves to live in. So whatever positive outlook we can allow ourselves to live in, whatever positive outlook we can allow ourselves to live in. Jenny. So if you need anything, I'm here. Jenny's down the road from me here. So with that, and Jenny, this is one of those things, it's a transition. A surgeon has got the 10,000 hours. A doctor has the 10,000 hours. We're just going to have to trust and follow the guide. So everybody have that amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. Trust your inner voice. You've got what it takes to get through whatever it might be. Just look for that star. And with that, have an amazing day. Thank you all again. I'm going to work on my equipment for the weekend here. I'll get all that working again. Take care, and I will see you all again on Monday.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echo, readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears.